Hot weather continues. We wanted to speak with an expert about the heat dangers today. Joining us live is Dr. Anuj Vohra. He's the medical director of emergency services at Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. Thank you so much for being with us, doctor.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me today.
How do you really know if you're experiencing heat sickness?
It's a great question. Everyone reacts differently to the heat. And as you heard earlier, today it's going to be hot and it's going to be humid with a high heat index. And that high humidity leads to deterioration in many people out there. And here's why. The way we release heat is by sweating, aka perspiring. And after we perspire, we evaporate that sweat into the air. When the humidity is high, we lose the ability to evaporate that liquid, and that stays on us, which is why you sweat a whole lot more when it's very humid outside.
Okay.
So you're going to feel hot, weak. You're going to feel a little nauseous. You may have some abdominal cramping. And the warning sign, the big one, is feeling faint. You may feel like you're going to pass out, and that is your last chance to get out of the heat and get into an air-conditioned environment and to cool down with cold water.
Do we have to worry more about the kids? Some of them still out of school. They like to be outside. We want them off the screens, but is it more dangerous for them?
Definitely, because the kids they're going to lie to us. They're going to do what they want to do. They want to be outside. They want to play. And that's okay to an extent. But when they start to seem cranky, depending on their age that we're dealing with, I've got 4 small kids. When they look cranky, when they look nauseous, when they don't look like right, get them out, get them into the air-conditioned environment, and keep the exposure minimal. Let them play outside for 30 minutes, an hour max, and make them take breaks. Because hydration is very important today. It's super hot. There is a high heat index, and we've got to make sure we take care of ourselves and our little ones.
So we need to drink a lot more water today?
A lot of water. We want to make sure we put our sunblock on to protect our skin, wear a hat, wear light, loose-fitting clothing, and just make sure that you stay cool. You also want to make sure you take breaks and just minimize your exertion in the heat, meaning if you had a football game today, not a great day to play outdoors. Try to stick with indoor activity as much as possible.
So if you do have sports practices today, some of those have started back up. Is that okay? Do you think they should be held after school today?
I wouldn't suggest it today. As we mentioned, temperatures that are going to the triple digits are extremely dangerous, especially for sports like football. I would suggest canceling those or moving them indoors. It's just not worth the risk because you're going to see players out there perspiring extremely high, and they're going to get nauseous, and they'll be at high risk for heat exhaustion and heat syncope, meaning fainting. And we are seeing a lot of patients in our Winstead ER and as well as our Charlotte Hungerford ER with heat exhaustion right now. We've been seeing that all week. So we just need to be extra careful right now until the heat wave passes.
All right, some great advice. Watch out for the cranky kids. They're not always going to be honest. Thank you so much.
You got it. Take care.